Module 2, Convener Policies. A LifeRing convener is a lot of things to a lot of different people. You were asked to become a LifeRing convener because you are a person that already possesses a considerable measure of interpersonal skills. You are part of the group. You are connected to group members. You are someone who helps keep in mind the objective or stay on track. You are someone who encourages and inspires participants by setting an example, actively leading, or gently guiding the group to explore new ideas, skills, or behaviors. You are someone who can maintain safety in the group environment, both physical and emotional. That is, you are someone who can stay alert to potential threats to physical health of members, such as violence or relapse, and maintain an emotional connection with the group. You are someone who is consistently aware of and balancing individual members' needs and the needs of the group, and you are someone who has all the skills to be successful as a convener. A convener is an example for their group and their community. You are the kind of person other people want to be like. You set an example of a good role model to others. While you might not always have thought of yourself like this, we know that you are going to be an excellent role model. A convener is abstinent for at least the past 6 to 12 months. You have been abstinent from your drug of choice, and you agree to abstain from any addictive substances while you are acting as a convener. By this we mean any illegal substance, prescribed medicines that were not prescribed to you and being regulated by your physician, over-the-counter medicines that are not to treat an active existing condition as recommended by a licensed physician, and any alcoholic beverage. In the unlikely circumstance you do relapse, please know there is a system in place to help you step down as convener and help you get back on the path to a sober life. Your health is of the utmost importance to us, and we cannot, in good conscience, have someone still working to control their substance use issues take on the extra pressure of running a group. If you ever feel like you are struggling to resist your drug of choice or any other substance, please contact your support network, your fellow conveners, or another member of LifeRing management. Recovery can be a long road, and we want you to ask for help before giving in. You are very important to us, and sharing your struggles can ease that burden. A convener is stable. Your life is pretty good, and you can predict what is going to happen from week to week. Not to say your life is boring. Life always carries its share of surprises and ups and downs. It is important for people who are in recovery to be able to share their thoughts and feelings about how unstable they feel with someone who can be an island in the storm. That is what our meetings are for a lot of people. A calm place they can depend on when their lives and their thoughts and feelings are anything but sure. Your calm and stability gives people who are still working through their addiction hope and certainty. Convener responsibilities. Keeping in touch with LifeRing Canada Service Center and LifeRing's local convener coordinator is very important so that we can keep track of the progress of your groups and, more importantly, so that we can fully support you. We want to know of any changes to your meeting day, time, or location so that we can update the website and any printed material. info@liferingcanada.org is your contact for all inquiries. We will require a current email address and telephone number with which to connect with you. Statistics, envelopes, and meeting basket collections. These need to be sent in regularly without question. Statistics are very important for our funding cycles, and meeting envelopes with basket donations and any literature sales must be sent in weekly if possible or monthly where applicable. If you live outside of Victoria, we will provide you a debit deposit card and instructions on how to make those deposits. Meeting statistics, for example, the number of attendees, etc., can be emailed weekly to info@liferingcanada.org. Directing people to liferingcanada.org, the website that includes the LifeRing Canada chat rooms and regularly scheduled online meetings. Please do not send people to lifering.org in the USA, as we are trying to ramp up our numbers on the Canadian sites and continue our internal growth. Directing people to social media. Please make sure to direct people to facebook.com/liferingcanada and twitter.com/liferingcanada to keep up to date on anything LifeRing Canada is making available through social media. Be the face of LifeRing. You are the face of LifeRing, and getting involved in community events and representing LifeRing is certainly encouraged. Find out what recovery events are happening and see if you can set up a table. Want to go on radio, television, or newspaper? Talk to us first to give you some guidance and advice on how to prepare. You are the chief marketer of your own meeting. People won't just show up at your group. You need to do some work in order for growth to happen, and you need to be persistent with that. More on this later. Get to know your community resources. One of the great things about LifeRing is that we are open to whatever works. It is in your best interest to know community resources available in your city. You are going to have diversity in your groups, because everyone needs something different. The more you know where to offer people a resource, the better you will be. Get to know your local detox center, the drug and alcohol clinic, resources for women, men, children, youth, and single parents, recreational groups, etc. You are not making referrals or advising anyone where to go, but you can have resources handy. Some cities have resource guides available that you can buy. Relationships in LifeRing. Friends are great. They help us through some of the hardest times in our lives and can be a great source of strength when we are feeling worn out. At LifeRing, you are going to make friends. In fact, we want you to make friends. We are a community, and a community's strength is built on the connections within it. Not everyone is going to want to be friends with everyone in the group, but it is important for you, as the convener, to be approachable and friendly towards all of our members. Before you start your first meeting, take some time to think about how you feel about how close you get to people that may come to your group. Get a feeling of where your boundaries lie, and be really honest with yourself about what you are comfortable with. The more honest you are with yourself beforehand, the easier it will be to explain those boundaries to any members that begin to cross them. If at any point you feel uncomfortable or are unsure, contact the facilitator coordinator or another senior LifeRing member and talk about your concerns. We can take steps to make sure that you and your members are safe. Under no circumstances are you to begin an intimate relationship with a member of your group. This includes, but is not limited to, dating, seeing casualties, having a physical relationship with, requesting favors that could in any way be construed as sexual, and accepting favors that could in any way be construed as sexual. If you suspect yourself or another convener is starting to have feelings for a member, contact the convener coordinator and be honest with us about what you have seen and how you feel. We take every report very seriously and have strict guidelines that we follow to protect our members and volunteers from becoming victims of a power imbalance.